Spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls, but we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Go hard! 180!
Wild Bill!
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
44, Mike.
Five. Gun.
Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo. I'm going to come back to you.
Cousins now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the carry, it's Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, watch the ball.
From the 36, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
That's how we do it.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
42's the Mike. Guys, hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Hey, Charlie. I know, he's easy.
Check, 42's the Mike.
Throwing, Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, Often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
319. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Bring it to 50. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Gain of 13 yards. First down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Let's get it.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Cousins gives way to Cook. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
13 yards, first down Packers. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers looking deep for it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
And the Packers first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Take 26. Hey, shoot.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Hey, 88. Hey, orbit.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
54.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, can't. Gun.
44, Mike, 44.
Watch this. Hey, seam 6.
Mike spoke.
Here we go. What's that?
Now Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Black.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Packers' 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
His team showed up.
Cousins to throw it. A screen complete to Crowell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
That's good for the Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Kill.
Leg 50.
To throw is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Wide.
He's scared.
Gun.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. You got 3 down.
Hey, Haywood.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm coming for you.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
31 yards there and a 1st down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check three, check three. Jump out.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He'll get the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Gun. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. He's got the distance. We got double up, double up.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
General West.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Gun.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Jahan, what I need? You must be dreaming.
Now Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Check 31. Check 31. Check, check. Fresno. Fresno.
Wide. Gun.
Staying open.
3rd and long for Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, watch that. Come on. Hey, echo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Right there. 54. Hey, Delta. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 50. Pick it up.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's going to, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Packers 10, Vikings 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing is Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Throwing, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And barely able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Vikings 3.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Mike 5-4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 42-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
88.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Green 18. Get 300. Get 300. Take 30.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's all over. A